From most rejected actor in Hollywood to marketing genius and global icon, discover how Ryan Reynolds transformed anxiety and sarcasm into unprecedented success. This is the incredible story of the Canadian who proved that being authentically yourself is the ultimate business strategy. Prepare for wit, wisdom, and pure inspiration.
Biographical, Ryan Reynolds, from rejected Canadian to Hollywood genius in a modest house in Vancouver, a hyperactive teenager with a sharp tongue and an even sharper wit spent his days making cruel jokes to mask the crippling anxiety that threatened to consume him, completely unaware that his defense mechanism would one day make him one of the most beloved and successful actors on the planet. This wasn't just any ordinary Canadian kid with big dreams. This was Ryan Rodney Reynolds, who would transform from the most rejected actor in Hollywood into a marketing genius and global icon, proving that sometimes your biggest weaknesses can become your greatest strengths when you learn to embrace them completely. Born on October 23, 1976, in Vancouver, British Columbia, Ryan grew up as the youngest of 4 boys in a working-class Irish Catholic family that was equal parts loving and chaotic. His father, James Chester Reynolds, worked as a food wholesaler and part-time boxer, while his mother, Tammy, worked in retail sales. The Reynolds household was loud, competitive, and filled with the kind of brutal sibling rivalry that would forge Ryan's quick wit and sharp tongue as survival mechanisms in a house where only the funniest got attention. Ryan's childhood was marked by severe anxiety that manifested in ways his family didn't understand. What appeared to be hyperactivity and class clown behavior was actually a young boy's desperate attempt to control situations that felt overwhelming and unpredictable. School was a nightmare of social anxiety disguised as rebellious behavior, and Ryan quickly learned that making people laugh was the most effective way to deflect attention from his insecurities while gaining the approval he desperately craved. His early relationship with his father was complicated and often tense. James Reynolds was a man of few words who expressed affection through teasing and rough humor, creating a dynamic where Ryan felt constantly under pressure to prove himself worthy of love and attention. This relationship would later inform Ryan's complicated feelings about masculinity, success, and his relentless need to be the smartest person in every room. Even when it came at the cost of genuine emotional connection, the decision to pursue acting came not from a burning artistic passion but from a practical realization that his natural charisma and timing could be monetized. At 13, Ryan began acting in local theater productions and quickly discovered that performing gave him the control and attention he craved while providing an outlet for the anxiety and energy that made normal teenage life so difficult. His early performances revealed a natural talent for comedy and an almost supernatural ability to read audiences and adjust his performance in real time. His first professional acting job came at 15 when he landed a role on the Canadian teen soap opera Hillside, known as 15 in the United States. The show was critically panned and commercially unsuccessful, but it gave Ryan his first taste of professional rejection and the understanding that success in entertainment required thick skin and relentless persistence. The experience also introduced him to the harsh realities of an industry that could build you up one day and destroy you the next. The move to Los Angeles in the late 1990s should have been the beginning of a typical success story, but Ryan's journey through Hollywood was marked by spectacular failures, crushing rejections, and the slow, painful realization that his natural personality didn't fit the conventional leading man mold that dominated the industry. Casting directors found him too sarcastic, too intense, and too Canadian for American audiences, while his anxiety made traditional romantic leading man roles feel impossible to authentically portray. His early film roles in forgettable movies like Van Wilder and Blade Trinity established him as a competent but unremarkable actor who seemed destined for a career of supporting roles in mediocre comedies. Critics were often harsh, audiences were indifferent, and Ryan began to question whether his childhood dreams of stardom were simply delusions that had carried him too far from a more realistic life path. The failure of Green Lantern in 2011 should have ended Ryan's leading man aspirations completely. The film was universally panned, his performance was criticized as wooden and unconvincing, and the massive budget loss made him toxic to major studios. Most actors would have retreated to television or smaller films, but Ryan's response was characteristically contrary. He began openly mocking the film and his performance, turning professional humiliation into comedic gold and demonstrating the self-awareness that would become his trademark. His personal life during this period was equally complicated. His marriage to Scarlett Johansson ended in divorce, played out under intense media scrutiny that revealed his discomfort with traditional celebrity culture and his preference for privacy despite his public persona. The divorce forced him to confront his own emotional limitations and the ways his defense mechanisms had sabotaged genuine intimacy, leading to a period of self-reflection that would fundamentally change his approach to both career and relationships. The transformation began with Deadpool, a passion project that Ryan had been developing for over a decade despite repeated studio rejections. The character's irreverent humor, breaking of fourth walls, and complete rejection of superhero conventions aligned perfectly with Ryan's natural personality and comedic instincts. When test footage leaked online and generated massive fan support, studios finally realized that Ryan's unconventional approach might actually be exactly what audiences wanted. The success of Deadpool was unprecedented in multiple ways. The R-rated superhero film broke box office records while proving that audiences were hungry for authentic, irreverent entertainment that acknowledged its own absurdity. More importantly for Ryan, the film's success validated his decision to stop trying to fit conventional Hollywood molds and instead embrace the qualities that made him unique, even when those qualities seemed like career limitations. But Ryan's genius extended far beyond acting into marketing and brand building. His social media presence became legendary for its wit, timing, and authentic personality that felt more like interacting with a funny friend than following a celebrity. His Twitter feuds with other actors, his mock advertisements for his own films, and his willingness to make fun of himself created a new model for celebrity engagement that was both commercially successful and genuinely entertaining. His business ventures demonstrated sophisticated understanding of brand building and audience engagement. Aviation Gin, which he acquired a significant stake in, became one of the fastest-growing spirit brands in North America, largely due to Ryan's marketing campaigns that were funnier and more engaging than most television comedies. His approach to advertising, making commercials that people actually wanted to watch, revolutionized how celebrities could authentically integrate with commercial products. The relationship with Blake Lively transformed Ryan from a perpetually single Hollywood bachelor into a devoted husband and father who openly discussed how marriage and fatherhood had changed his priorities and perspectives. Their public interactions, filled with mutual teasing and genuine affection, became relationship goals for millions of fans while demonstrating that Ryan's sarcastic humor could coexist with genuine love and commitment. His approach to parenting, shared through carefully curated social media posts, revealed a father who was determined to break the cycles of emotional distance that had characterized his own childhood. His jokes about his daughters always favoring their mother and his mock complaints about fatherhood masked genuine devotion and a commitment to being emotionally present in ways that his own father had struggled to achieve. The success of Deadpool 2 and his subsequent projects proved that the first film wasn't a fluke but rather the beginning of a new phase in Ryan's career where his authentic personality became his greatest professional asset. His production company, Maximum Effort, began developing projects that aligned with his comedic sensibilities while providing opportunities for other unconventional talents who didn't fit traditional Hollywood categories. His philanthropic work, often conducted with the same irreverent humor that characterizes his public persona, has raised millions for mental health awareness, LGBTQ+ rights, and various Canadian charities. His approach to charity, making generosity entertaining rather than preachy, has inspired other celebrities to find more engaging ways to use their platforms for social good. The acquisition of Wrexham FC, a Welsh football club, alongside Rob McElhenney, demonstrated Ryan's ability to find authentic passion projects that extended his brand while genuinely investing in communities and causes he cared about. The documentary series following their ownership has introduced American audiences to Welsh culture while providing economic benefits to Wrexham and creating content that is both entertaining and meaningful. His continued success with films like Free Guy and The Adam Project has proven that Ryan's appeal extends beyond the Deadpool character to encompass a particular style of self-aware, intelligent comedy that audiences crave in an era of overly serious blockbuster filmmaking. His ability to find humor in virtually any situation while maintaining genuine emotional depth has made him one of the most versatile actors of his generation. The business empire Ryan has built around his personal brand represents a masterclass in authentic marketing and audience engagement. His companies consistently outperform expectations because his involvement feels genuine rather than purely financial, and his marketing campaigns are often more entertaining than the products they're selling. His influence on social media culture and celebrity engagement has been profound, inspiring countless other public figures to adopt more authentic, self-deprecating approaches to their online presence. His demonstration that vulnerability and humor could coexist with commercial success has changed how celebrities interact with their audiences and market themselves. The anxiety that once made Ryan feel like an outsider has become one of his greatest assets, informing his comedy with genuine understanding of human insecurity while providing authenticity that audiences find both relatable and inspiring. His openness about mental health struggles has helped destigmatize anxiety disorders while showing that psychological challenges don't have to limit professional or personal success. As Ryan continues to evolve as an actor, producer, entrepreneur, and family man, his story serves as inspiration for anyone who has ever felt like their personality was too much, too weird, or too different for conventional success. His journey from rejected Canadian actor to global icon proves that authenticity, persistence, and the courage to embrace your quirks can transform apparent weaknesses into unprecedented strengths. Today, Ryan Reynolds represents the perfect fusion of commercial success and authentic personality, proving that you don't need to compromise who you are to achieve your dreams. You just need to find the right way to be completely, unapologetically yourself. His story continues to inspire while demonstrating that the best career moves are often the ones that feel most true to your authentic self.
Ryan proves that your weirdest qualities might be your greatest strengths. From Vancouver anxiety to Hollywood empire, he showed us that authenticity and humor can conquer anything. Subscribe for more incredible transformation stories. Like if Ryan inspired your authentic self. Share your favorite Reynolds moment.